Hey, in the middle of the pouring rain, let me have a quick check-in on Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm actually on season 3, so we've very much jumped ahead in the story. They got away from the very much totalitarian state that was Earth, the Earth Kingdom, where actually I think they actually finally did right things and get out the whole secret police. And stuff like that. I can't remember if they actually got the king back or not, or if they probably were going to look for maybe some better way of that thing to do. They actually decided they needed to go to the Fire Kingdom so that, he can learn firebending. I had a cool episode where Sacco got to go to his own master, sword master, where he got a sword made out of meteorite, made for him, which as soon as the meteorite hit and then we were going to the sword maker, it's like, oh, well, Excalibur needs to be forged, and what better to use than a meteorite for that. And now we've had it's funny, the show has had a couple of times now. This is the second time. There's in anime shows, there's sort of the cliche, you have the spa episode, which we've had, and this one was the beach episode. And it was the beach episode with all the villains, which sort of humanized the villains. Addressed Prince Zuko's major anger issues of being so angry at himself and not sure why. And the various other people, though there was the hilarious thing of that his psychopathic sister is like, I guess I could be all broken up because my mother probably saw me as a monster. Of course she was right. It's like, yeah, she was. You are. And they play it for comedic effect here, but she is also a monster, like a Machiavellian. We will dominate everything, even when she's trying to seduce Chad at the beach party, and it's like, great, now we will be the most powerful couple in the beach thing, and we will dominate everyone. He's like, I'm just gonna leave now. And we've got Prince Zuko and his uncle are estranged. His uncle sided with Aang. They think Aang is dead at this point. And he ended up getting tossed in jail for this. And he's playing the fool. He's playing the gibbering fat old fool. But actually he's been training up a la Cape Fear style, getting super ripped and obviously ready to really lay down some hurt. I think on the Fire Kingdom in general, but possibly, his nephew and stuff like that as it goes along, for, basically betraying what he was working towards and a lot of those things. It's an interesting thing of Prince Zuko was kind of building up to be a decent person, but then when given the opportunity, he went to try and kill Aang because that way he could regain his place in society. And I mean, maybe we were kind of puzzled by that, but actually maybe that was it. It was just like the pull of being respected by his father, being elevated in his society again, was something that was so important to him that he's able to put aside basically his morals for that. And yes, we have stuff with Aang and all the kind of, it's got a good mix of kind of the serious themes I've been talking about also, but also kind of just slapstick, silly fun. Going from super drama to kind of slapstick comedy, which is what, something like an anime show or an American anime show does showcase how it does really well, and it can encompass a lot of different ranges all at once in what is, maybe an elevated Saturday morning cartoon, but it's a Saturday morning cartoon epic fantasy battle in this epic fantasy world, which has actually made a point of questioning the whole idea of destiny. Prince Zuko has always talked about his destiny, and it's like, dude, maybe your destiny is like his uncle's like, maybe your destiny is just like what you decide it's going to be, what is going to make you happy. And I mean, that's what his uncle kind of presses on with him, but unfortunately he decides what's going to make him happy is being accepted by his his psychopathic brother and his father and sister. There's at least power-hungry father and psychopathic sister, and really fucked up society. But that kind of hopefully introduces that same idea with the last Airbender Aang, and like what is his destiny, and does it have to be that? Do you have to be trapped in those kind of fantasy manacles of destiny? It's like it's kind of a really screwed up way of living life, and it's a screwed up way of viewing the world, because it really narrows things down for you. And Aang definitely has a kind of a joy to him, a looseness to him, which I think hopefully works against that. It's a built-in, escape hatch to all this kind of destiny bullshit. Alright, that's all I have about Avatar: The Last Airbender at the moment. We're going to be finishing the season, 10 or 12 episodes, and so I'll probably let you know then how I thought about it overall. Alright, more videos later.